Hello, my friends. You know, the truth is becoming almost an endangered species today. Well, at least in the media. We know mainstream media, you really can't believe very much you see on the mainstream media. Look, I was kind of caught off guard when I saw CNN is folding. Nobody's watching CNN because it doesn't have any credibility anymore. Soon it's going to be like a domino effect. It'll all fall. CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox News, they're all eventually going to be forgotten about because people are looking for the truth and they know they're not finding it on the mainstream media. You're not even finding a whole lot on social media. I mean, there's a lot of well intentioned people putting out truthful information on social media, to be sure. And if, as long as you're talking straight talk about spirituality or goodness or this or that, most of that's still allowed. As soon as you start trying to expose the agenda of the world, the elites, what's going on, pull back the curtain, that's not allowed. There's certain things you just can't talk about. People get shadow banned, blocked, censored. I've had it happen to me. I had a YouTube channel taken down, another one threatened. I've been taken down on Instagram. It's happened to a lot of us, and it's going to continue to happen because the powers that be control these avenues of information. So the one thing that's still, for now, available are podcasts. And people that are putting out podcasts are, of course, one-on-one. You can say pretty much what you want. For now, that may someday be coming to a close, too. The agenda for 2030 and 2050 is horrific. Depopulation and mass control of people, transhumanism, it's all part of their plan, and it's going right along. They've used COVID-19 to get it sparked and off the ground. A lot of people are aware now, but still far too few, in my opinion. Maybe 1 to 5%, maybe a few more, seem to know what's really happening. Majority of people are still dumbed down and brainwashed. They're still watching things like television, and they just don't get it. That what's happening is not in our best self-interest, but they're following along like the sheeple that they are. So I just want to continue plugging the truth, and today, instead of ranting on about any subject that I think I believe, I know the more of the facts of what's happening, I'm going to share with you a podcast where you can get a lot of that information from a couple of good sources. A man named Josh Bellamy started a podcast. It's called Illusionary Tales of Reality. I almost wish he had called it Real Tales of the Illusion, because we need to expose the truth of what the illusion, the lies are, the hypocrisy. But he has a great guest on, Charlie Robinson. He has a book out, a couple of books out. So check out Charlie Robinson and Josh Bellamy on Instagram or other avenues. Check out his book. I ordered it. It's on the way. And here we go. I'm going to show you a little bit of the podcast that I'm listening to right now. And it just went away. So let me turn it back on here and let you listen to a few minutes, see what you think.
Like gold, so they could patch their atmosphere. Listen, I don't know how to read the Sumerian clay tablets. I mean, how would I know if any of that stuff is true? It's a cool story. It's an interesting thing. Let's say that it is true. Let's just go with it and say that it's true, because it may be. It does show a philosophy, which is if they think that they're better than you, they think that they're just equipped better than you, then they will have no respect for you. They will use you to do the things that they want you to do, whether that is mine monatomic gold or mine Bitcoin for them or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, or mine your emotional energy, mine your as Sam Tripoli calls it, steal your loosh. You know, but like the Matrix, like mine you for, like, turn you into batteries and things like that. I mean, that philosophy remains, and it's very devious. It's a parasitic. It's a parasitic sort of philosophy where you need the other people, but you can't. But you don't want them to know that you need them. You know, you don't want them to know that you need them. You just have to. You try to control them like cattle. I think that is happening to us. I think that they look, when you believe that you are better than somebody else, that you will act in a different way around that person. If you believe you're better than someone else, plus you've got billions of dollars and the laws on your side and the media on your side, you basically can do whatever you want. And if they decide that they have no respect for us, there's no philosophical, there's no like barrier that they won't cross. They're not going to go, well, that sounds a little too evil. Like they don't get hung up on that stuff, man. These are psychopaths. They don't have that line in the sand that you and I have, where you go, I would never cross that, because to do that would make me a monster, right? And I could never do that because I'm not a monster. They don't get bothered by stuff like that. If they need to drop atomic bombs on people to prove points, they will do that. If they need to infect Guatemalans with syphilis and then not give them any of the treatments for it, but just sit there and study and watch them, they will do that.
All right, so there you go. Just a little sample from this one podcast I'm listening to. I'm going to listen probably to all of them. Go over, listen to Charlie Robinson's podcasts, and keep on discovering more and more people that have been doing the hard work, the research, that are sharing the truth to help us get past these enormous lies put before us in the mainstream media, and even a lot of the so-called the alternative media that we're seeing on social media. A lot of that's bogus too. We want to get to the heart of the matter, folks, because that's the best way you can support and protect yourself and your family and your loved ones and friends. And we got to stay banded together. We are family. All right, folks, that's all I've got to say now. Namaste.